There it is. There's ground zero. That's the Freedom Tower right there. And where are we headed, Paul?
We're heading to Bayonne to the cruise ship terminal pier.
Okie dokie. And there's a ship that's just landing there. We missed it, right?
Yeah, Anthem of the Seas just backed in.
Okay, we'll go see Anthem of the Seas anyway. See if there's anybody with that coronavirus on there. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Here we go. So, okay, while Paul and I were setting up, I set up this little time-lapse camera here. And this is actually my old iPhone on a tripod. And we did our drone flight. And it was very cold out and freezing. Our hands got very cold. There comes a boat. Yep. And then here's some of the flight here. Okay, here we are at Bayonne. That there is the New York skyline. We got the sun coming up, and we got the Anthem of the Seas right here. And right there's Paul Tarantino. Hey there, Paul.
Hey,
you ready to fly, buddy?
We're ready.
Alrighty then, whenever you're ready. Okay, so this is my Mavic 2 Pro, and up we go. Let's take a look at that skyline. Very pretty. And there's the Freedom Tower right there, dead in the middle. And that there's the Anthem of the Seas at the crack of dawn. Yes, it is. And we missed it by about, I would say, a half hour, 45 minutes. But you know what? That's all right. This ship will be docking here on a regular basis, and you get here on a Sunday morning early. You don't run into any air traffic out here, and that's a good thing. Later on in the day, there's generally helicopter tours around the Statue of Liberty right there next to the Freedom Tower. And yeah, you don't want to be flying any drones around the statue or in this airspace when the helicopters tours start going out there. There's other places along the river that you can go. There's the Verrazano Bridge is going to be coming up there pretty soon. We've flown over by there. That's a nice spot to fly. And here is next to the Anthem of the Seas, we have this naval shipping docks here. It looks like they've got one in dry dock there on the right. They're probably going to paint it and do whatever refitting they have to do to it. And then there's another one there on the left, and that's a pretty cool sight. Crack of dawn, yeah. So let's just enjoy that. And there's the oh yeah, there's container shipping Port Newark area there. You see those cranes in the background there. They unload ships. And now we're just taking back another look at the there's the Anthem of the Seas and them two Navy ships. And that gate going across the front of that ship there, that thing is what's keeping the water out. Looks like it's pretty well sealed. And now that monument down there to the left of the Anthem of the Seas, there's the Russian 9/11 memorial. And we'll take another look at that in a minute. But my thumbs were really sticky this morning, and I didn't have my settings on the aircraft. My yaw rate is a little bit fast. But we just come around this side of the ship here. They got them yellow, I guess, rescue boats there. And we're just going to back there. You can see They burn a lot of fuel on these ships, keeping the lights on and keeping the motors running and keeping the cabins warm and all that other stuff. That there's a skyline again. Now we're just going to go up a little bit higher. I'm on the other side of the ship, so sometimes you lose signal, but we're still pretty good here. We got a signal. And we're just going to come over the top and back to, no, looks like, yeah. Look at that glass front. Those skylights along the top of the ship. That's pretty cool looking. And that there's the Russian memorial, 9/11 memorial. That was donated by Vladimir Putin himself. Yes, sirree. Let's take a closer look at that. It's got this teardrop, and the teardrop is hanging down in between the torn fabric of society that was 9/11. It tore the town. It tore all of Manhattan, lower Manhattan, to pieces. I was down there. I was buried alive by all that ash and rubble. That was pretty bad. Anyway, there's the Anthem of the Seas again. There's another look at them skylights. And now let's just check out some of the boat traffic. We saw that in time-lapse. This is the ship that we time-lapsed earlier in the video, and I was out there flying. And I put it in sport mode, and I don't really like to put it in sport mode that often because it moves too fast. But I wanted to get out there, and I didn't realize just how fast that the Mavic 2 Pro does fly in sport mode. I've been flying these things for a couple of years, and I generally don't fly in sport mode because I want the cinematic quality. And my yaw rate's a little too high there for some reason. And that's me and Paul right there. And I've actually got my 360 camera on, so we might use that. We might just check that out a little bit, take a little bit of a look at that. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it. Now wait a minute, we've got more. I've got some additional footage and some 360 bonus footage at the end.
There's the
so
sunrise.
Check it out. Hang in there.
Yes, sirree. There she comes. And that there's the sun. Right there's the skyline. Yes, it is. And this here is the Anthem of the Seas. And Paul Tarantino flying a drone. Yes, it is. There he comes. Yeah, baby. Hoo-wee. That there's the Russian memorial. Are you out over there? I see you. I see you.